What's up guys, and welcome to another Red Dead Redemption 2 online video. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to win more races on Red Dead Redemption 2. It's not something that's really profitable at this moment. You're getting around about $3 to $4 per race. You're getting like 150 XP and then like one gold nugget every time you win a race. That's winning, not losing. So it's not really that profitable. But I'm hoping with the new update coming this week or next week, according to Rockstar, that races you'll get at least $5 for winning and at least 5 gold nuggets for winning as well. Now what I'm about to show you will not give you a definite win every time. It still comes down to a bit of skill, but it is a strategy that I have picked up just through racing so much. And it's been working really well for me. There's been days where I've only done 3 races and I've won 3 times. Like, I really feel like I've got to grips with the racing system in Red Dead Redemption 2. There are 2 different races in Red Dead Redemption 2. You've got the normal circuit one, which you have to go through each checkpoint as a sort of group pretty much, and just go around the circuit like that. The other one is there are a bunch of different checkpoints located in the different areas, and you can pick which checkpoint you want to go to first. And it's completely up to you, and people just immediately disperse. With the circuit, the first thing I do is I wait. As soon as it goes 3, 2, 1, go, I actually wait. Everyone seems to sort of go off and ride their horses as quickly down the straight, and normally at the end you got a left or right turn. It doesn't carry on going straight, it's always a left or right turn, and that is when people just get taken out. So to avoid that, the first thing I do is I just let everyone else go, watch them get taken out, and then I just follow in behind. At that point I'm maybe like 3rd or 4th, which is actually pretty decent considering I voted to, like, I wanted to go last in the first place. So that's the first thing I do. The second thing I do is try to avoid any sort of conflict. Now what I do is if I'm riding and then someone comes up alongside me, what will happen is I will press the R1 button or RB depending on which console you're on, and I will just drop back, and if I've got a gun, that's when I start shooting. I will only do this sort of situation if I have a gun. On top of that, if there's more than just one person trying to attack me, I will drop back, let them fire out. Amount of times that yet again people just go into each other and then take each other out. Another point to make about conflict is if you don't have a weapon, a lot of the time people start spamming B, in which you can start hitting your opponent. Don't do that. There is actually a weak point in the front of the horse. If you just go and cut across him, what will happen is your opponent will be taken out. He'll see it like you're crashing into someone at like a T-junction or something like that, and that'll just take the other person out. It is so much quicker than spamming B. If you was to just spam B, what it will do is will take around about 3 to 4 hits for you to actually take out your opponent. On top of that, your opponent is going to be spamming B, trying to get you. So you're going to at least lose maybe half, maybe 3/4 of your health if they are a good player. So to avoid all of that completely, what you do is just cut across your opponent and they'll immediately be taken out. The last thing with these types of races, and it kind of applies to the other race, is if you pick up a weapon, aim for the head because it's just a one-shot kill, or aim for the horse. The horse is a much bigger target and it's a lot easier to hit. But it also means if you take down the horse will flop, and then the player will stand up for a bit, and it actually adds as a couple extra seconds before they can actually respawn, which it makes them just in a worse sort of situation. Obviously getting taken out is a bad situation anyway, but just getting your horse taken out, having to wait a few extra seconds just before you can respawn is even worse compared to if you just got shot in the head, you can respawn immediately just like that. So that is just a little tip there. Also, don't ever look behind to try and shoot people behind you. Always focus on people ahead of you. If there is someone behind you and you know they've got a gun, just keep on going in and out, just sort of snaking it along the track. Eventually they'll catch up with you, which means you're then behind, and it actually puts you in a better position for you to shoot them. That's why I keep on saying, if you get into a position where you're in conflict, press R1 or RB to drop back and then start shooting at your opponent, or just cut them up like I said earlier. Okay, going on to the races where you can just run randomly around the track to pick up different checkpoints, and it's the first one that collects all of them and then it goes to the finish line first, wins. With these type of ones, what I normally do is I go all the way, I collect all the checkpoints around the outside, and then I start doing it in the middle. It does mean in the first, say, minute or so of the race, it will look like you've picked up 3 checkpoints and a person out in first has collected maybe 5 or 6, but in the end it ends up you winning. What happens is the majority of people go straight to the middle. I don't know why this is, but it always seems to be a thing. A good example of this is the Saint Denis race. You start on the train tracks, and what you can do is you can go, as you start, you run out the train tracks, the train station, go left, and you can then weave in and out of different buildings, a place where the butchers are, weave in between that, and you can collect quite a few different checkpoints, and you've only just done the outside. Whereas normally people go left, follow with you at first, and then they just go into the city, collect all those, and then they leave the last checkpoint, say miles away from the finish line, and have to run all the way there to run all the way back, and that is where you lose time. Whereas going all the way around the outside, treating it like a massive circle, and then slowly going in, you will collect the last checkpoint, which will be meters away from the finish line. And with these races, there is always a checkpoint right beside the finish line, so always remember that. Also, check your minimap, because a lot of different situations, especially with Saint Denis, and if you're going to go any sort of place where there's tight corners, what will happen is someone will run around the corner as you go around the corner, and then you'll just collide, and then you'll both be taken out. It just loses a few extra seconds. To avoid that, what I do, I just slow down. I have no faith in my opponent slowing down, so I'm going to slow down, let him go and come around the corner. If I have a gun, I'll shoot him, and then I'll carry on going. If I don't have a gun, just let him pass and carry on going round, because whilst he's riding, it's going to be a lot harder for him to go around the corner, control his horse at a constant speed, aim for me, shoot me, and kill me first time by either getting a headshot. It's a lot harder. Whereas if I'm standing still, I could just wait, aim my gun where I think he's going to be, track, shoot, easier, or wait for him to go past and then just carry on going around, just so he doesn't disrupt me, because normally I'm going to be in top 3, whereas that person, I don't have a clue where he's going to be, so he could just take me out, and like he might be last for all I know. So I don't want to be taken out by that, because it ruins my chances, and it's not even like I'm competing against him, so it's kind of one of those. I just avoid the situation completely. But anyway guys, those are a few tips that have been helping me win a lot more races in Red Dead Redemption 2. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, but for now, I'm going, so see ya.